So good morning students. So today we will discuss program using loop in C language. Some of the program we will discuss in this presentation. So first program number one, program to calculate power of A. Uh, in C programming language, one inbuilt function, power function is already there in math.h header file. Power is what? Suppose 2 raised to power 3. So 2 into 2 into 2. 2 raised to power 3 is what? 8. So this power function written 2 raised to power 3 equals to 8. Now we develop our own power function by using while loop. So first this is the program to calculate a to the power of b hash include stdio.h. Now we ask enter base value and power value. Base value is suppose a is a base value and b is a power value. So percent d, m%, a, m% b. Now initialize I is equals to 1 and our result s is the result, so by default it is 1. Now we apply the loop. Basically what is power? Power is multiply b times. A is multiply with b times. So b times means iteration. So that's why we use while loop I less than equals to b and then multiply itself. So s is equals to s into a. So a is multiply with itself. By default s is 1. So first time a is multiply with 1. So s is equals to a. After that s is equals to a, then multiply with a. So we get a square, then a cube, then a to the power 4. Depends on the value of b. And I is incremented by 1. At last we result of a is equals to percent d to the power of b is equals to percent d. So this is the very simple program to calculate power of A. Now next is program to determine whether the matrix is a triangular matrix. Means suppose we have given the matrix and the triangular matrix property is what? A 0. Either in lower triangle matrix, upper triangle or any one. So now first we ask the users to enter the numbers. So suppose scanf percent d m% n. Then we apply the loop I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So and for j is equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. N matrix order is what? N. So n cross n times we apply. And then each time we scan the numbers percent d m% a. This is the matrix elements, and then we check whether if I is less than j, means lower triangle property is what? I is less than j and a is not equals to 0. If number is not equals to 0, then you upper triangle property is what? 1. If I greater than 0 and a is not equals to 0, then LO is 1. If upper property is or lower property any one is 1, then there is no triangular matrix. But if upper property equals to 0 and lower property equals to 0, that means we got the matrix which is a triangular matrix. So print f yes, else print no. So this is the property to determine whether matrix is a triangular matrix or not. Now the third program is program to count the number of distinct element in the sorted sequence. User pass the number of elements. Now our objective is to count the number of distinct elements. So we apply the scanf percent d m% previous. First we assign a first variable in previous and then second variable in current. Basically we want two variables. So now apply the loop current is not equals to -1. This is a termination symbol. And then each time we compare if current is not equals to previous, means first element and second element is not equals to, then count is incremented. That means we got the two elements which are distinct. And then previous is current value is assigned to previous, and next time we ask again the current value. So previous is what? Previous element, and current is no. So each time we compare current is not equals to previous, then count equals to 1. So at last count the number of distinct element in the sorted sequence. Next is program number 4, program to find given number is prime or not. What is the property of prime number? Prime number is divisible by 1 or itself. So we ask the user please enter any number scanf percent d, then apply the loop from 2 to n minus 1. So I is equals to 2 and while I less than n. So if n is percentage I is equals to 0 means any number between 2 to n minus 1 is divisible by n, then break it. Otherwise continue the loop. So at last we count that if loop is completed means I is n minus 1 and I after completion loop I becomes what n. So if I becomes n, that means there is no break statements, loop is completely executed. So printf given number percent is what? Prime number. Else printf given number percent is not prime number. Now program to print prime number from 2 to 100. The same logic we apply, but here n is not asked by the user. We generate the numbers from 2 to 100. So printf prime number between 2 to 100. Apply the for loop from n equals to 2 to 100, and each time n is our number. So same logic is n percent I is equals to 0. If I equals to n, that means loop is completely executed, then printf number, otherwise not. So this program print the prime number between 2 to 100. Next is program to convert decimal to binary. Decimal number is converted to binary numbers. So this is the simple logic. First we ask the user enter any decimal number and then assign a temp variable and then apply the loop whether temp is greater than 0. Now we divide the decimal number by 2. So 10% to remainder, and binary number is what? Binary plus remainder into place value. Place value is by default 1 and temp is reduced by itself 2. So then place is equals to place into 10. So decimal number is number and binary number is what? Binary. So this is what y divided by 2. So we got the number either 0 or 1. Binary number is made by only 0 or 1. Next is program to convert binary to decimal. Now user enter the binary number and then apply the same concept, but here we want to divide by 10. If number, because binary number have what? 0 or 1 digit. So we in each iterations we just check whether the digit is 1 or 0. If 1, then decimal is equals to decimal plus power of 2 raised to power I plus plus, and temp is reduced by 10. So each digit is multiplied with power of two variable. So we get binary number to decimal number. But here another logic. Write a program to convert binary number to decimal number without using array, without power function, logic, any other. So convert binary to decimal without using array, without using any power function. So we know that binary number is made by only 0 and 1. So if 1 is binary, then its equivalent decimal is what? 1. And if we add 0 after 1 means 1 0, then its number decimal is double. You remember every decimal number 10 times if we add 0 after any number, but in binary it's a double. So this is double concept is what? If add 1 after 1 means 1 1, then it's a double decimal is what? Double plus 1. So we should read input character by character, and if input is 0 then double, input is 1 then double plus 1. So by this logic we just ask these, and here we read the input character by character. That's why we use character variables. So enter binary number terminated by semicolon, apply the infinite loop, scanf percent %c a character ch, and then if binary is 1, suppose user enter a 1 number, then we check three possibility, either ch is semicolon then break, ch is 0 then double logic, sum is equals to sum into 2, and sum equals to sum into 2 plus 1. So here binary is 1, so 0 into 2 plus 1, so decimal is what? Some value is what? 1. Now if user and so decimal is also 1. Now next time user enter a 0 number. So 0 is what? If ch is equals to 0, then double plus sum is 1. So 1 is multiplied with 2, so 2. Then if user enter a 1, again 1. Now here sum is 2. And current input is 1, so double plus 1 formula. So 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, so sum is 5. So at last decimal is 5. So this is the decimal of given binary number is 5. So this is the program with another logic, and here character by character approach is there. So minimum memory required to execute this program. So okay, thank you.